Tuesday, July 1st edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Meteorologist Matthew East here along with you. This will be an interesting web camera to keep an eye on over the next few days. That's the Avalon Pier web camera along the North Carolina Outer Banks. And by Thursday night and Friday morning, the Outer Banks could see a strong tropical storm or maybe even a Category 1 hurricane moving through. More on that in just a moment. Let's look back at the numbers from yesterday. It was a little hotter. Many of us up into the upper 80s, some low 90s creeping in. And today, a lot of us 90 or better for highs across the region. Right now, it's a lot of 70s, and then it gets a little cooler actually over in the easternmost parts of North Carolina. But over the central and western parts of the Carolinas outside of the mountains, the warmer and muggier air has taken hold. Look at the dew points way up there. And it's going to be a pretty hot and muggy day overall. All right, tropical depression number 1. That was classified as of the 11 p.m. advisory late yesterday evening. We have that, and we also have a cold front approaching from the northwest, and those will both be playing a role in the weather in the Carolinas over the next several days. We did see a few showers and thunderstorms working through the region yesterday. Right now, all is quiet. That's what it looks like on Storm Tracker during the 5 o'clock hours. I'm cutting this video, but again, there was the radar as we went through yesterday. You had these areas of a few showers and thunderstorms moving through yesterday, and even a few lingering showers at times last night. Back to the current radar as I'm cutting this video, and again, there's all the rain associated with our newly formed tropical depression. The center of circulation is actually north of most of what you see there on the radar. This is still a lopsided system, as you often see with these developing tropical systems. So let's get into the tropical update. This is what the satellite imagery has looked like for this system over the past 24 hours as it's been slowly working to the southwest. Pretty nice blow up of thunderstorms there over the past several hours there associated with the tropical depression. And in terms of water temperatures along the track of this, waters are plenty warm. Now, a lot of these buoys aren't reporting, but you have many buoys that are 80 or better in terms of the water temperatures there up and down and near and off of the Carolina coast. Here you go with the 5 a.m. advisory. This is a tropical depression, number 1, 95 miles southeast of Cape Canaveral, Florida, only drifting to the west at around 2 miles per hour. Now here's the spaghetti charts on this. Really very good agreement overall. Trough is going to swing in and turn this off to the north and northeast, and you're looking at a track likely off the South Carolina coast and pretty close to the North Carolina coast, especially the Outer Banks, by later Thursday and Thursday night, especially into early portions of Friday. Here's the official National Hurricane Center forecast track. South Carolina coast and Georgia coast seeing this head just off to your east as a tropical storm, and then the Hurricane Center does bring this up to a Category 1 hurricane as it moves across the Outer Banks very, very early on the 4th of July, before daybreak most likely. So let's talk about rain impacts from this. This is a peek here at the RPM model this afternoon. A few showers and thunderstorms, not a huge deal. And then as that front begins to approach from the west, some scattered storms tomorrow afternoon. But really it's later Thursday and Thursday night when we begin to see the impacts of the approaching tropical system. And you can see by 5 o'clock late in the day Thursday, your center is east of Charleston, and it tracks northeast from there up toward the Outer Banks. Here are a couple of the other model solutions for this. This might be a little tough to see, but this is the H. Wharf model, and it actually brings us up to a Category 1 hurricane with a center very near the southernmost Outer Banks. That'd be about 2 o'clock in the morning on the 4th of July. Okay, and here is the GFDL model, and it is over really Cape Hatteras, same time frame, about 2 o'clock in the morning, and that's as a tropical storm. A couple of the other models, here's the Canadian model. It swings just east of the Outer Banks late Thursday and Thursday night. European model tucks in pretty close to the Outer Banks overnight Thursday night and Friday morning. GFS is a weaker system that moves from the South Carolina coast Thursday afternoon to pretty close to the Outer Banks around daybreak on Friday. And finally, the NAM, it is very close to Myrtle Beach Thursday afternoon, and then that climbs northward from there up toward Pimlico Sound and the Outer Banks Thursday night into Friday morning. So the bottom line here is, let me see if I can kind of give you some guidance here. If you have a beach trip planned, let's go back to Thursday. So if you're heading to the South Carolina coast, certainly there could be some rain and gusty winds Thursday along the South Carolina coast, and then the worst weather will occur for the North Carolina coast as you go through Thursday night into Friday morning. After that, the rain will be gone. I think Saturday and Sunday look like spectacular days, and even Friday afternoon is probably okay. Now, there'll be some lingering rip current issues and things like that in some instances, but overall, the roughest period of weather along the North Carolina coast, especially the Outer Banks, will be later Thursday than Thursday night and very early Friday morning. So just kind of keep that in mind as you might need to adjust your plans as we go forward in time. All right, that is it for today. Everybody have a wonderful day, and God bless.